way, we start the new season with an AFC West Division battle right out of the gate between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Dustin Hopkins about set to get us started, and off we go from SoFi Stadium. A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Carr right away going to look to throw. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis C. And the Chargers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now here's a 6-year man, Austin Ekeler. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Next receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slash and run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. This is a counter play. Ekeler, and they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
Here's Herbert. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They go back to the ground now with Ekeler. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 35.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. And that CD, one heck of a run. He just refused to go down.
And that's where determination comes in, because he had at least a couple of guys that had really good shots at it, but he just said, I don't think so. Speed, power, elusiveness, all on display right there. You're back in your solid days in Evansville.
Touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a big 6 and a Charger TD. Well, how about that? You use a high draft pick on this guy back in April, hoping he'll grow into a role as the season progresses. And now look at this, a pick 6 in his very first NFL game.
Sometimes the evaluation doesn't match what the kid brings to the table. He progressed quickly.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams trying to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Got his man, it's Bo Melton. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Carr. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Carr going to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. On 2nd and goal, Carr. finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Raiders are back within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Charger drive about to get going. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 68 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. Same target. It's Jacobs again. Solid footwork, but not able to get a whole lot. Brought down shy of the 10. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. Flush to his right. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. And the slot man goes in motion left. Carr now on 1st down. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Carr to throw again. And a pass complete to Waller on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Carr finding Waller there for the Vegas first.
Darren Waller is one of the top tight ends in the NFL, and when he's healthy, he's always on pace for a 1,000-yard season. Easy play right there for him to move the chains.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now Carr. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. And nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
83 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. It's Eckler again. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd and 1, Herbert. That's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with a football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. They're exactly right.
He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 114 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. Once more, here's Eckler. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball-controlled football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, Herbert. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Raider D, they get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
He's got Fuller. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. From the 35 on 2nd down. Carr looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Carr down to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. Back to throw here. There's Fuller with a catch. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. In motion comes the tight end left. They'll go for it. It's Carr. He gets this to Davante Adams. Touchdown, Raiders. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 13 yards remaining on second down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now the fourth-round pick from A&M. This is Isaiah Spiller. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he'll get maybe a couple with that up to the 46. The Chargers on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on third down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. First carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. Joey Bosa in on the stop.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they're trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Throwing his car on third down. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I don't know if careless is the right word there, but bottom line, here in the 4th quarter tie game, you can't do that.
You sure can, Brandon, and not only do you give up the lead, now you've got to turn around and punt it away from your own 20 as well. So it's really a double whammy, but time's starting to become a factor.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
And the Las Vegas first down.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. I have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Jacobs going to try the middle. Oh, able to avoid him. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs. 36 yards. And the Raiders get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's got some space here.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
Not in any rush offensively. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so fast, not in this case.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams with career touchdown number 75. And the Raiders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll try to run it with Jacobs. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores.
Chargers 14.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here. At home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Herbert on 1st down now. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Herbert. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
First down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Herbert throwing again. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen from 19 yards away. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Extra point goal by Hopkins, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
One last throw here for Herbert. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Will win in the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy